what you want, when you want it, where you want it. This is The Mesh.
We'll try not to like too much talk over each other, but again, we are girls and we are
Agree to disagree.
like, okay, moving on. Well, the makeup bottle. A little. It's like a cracked out T-bird from Greece.
Yeah,
You know, she's got that black hair.
Hey everybody, welcome to Chick Chat. We are back with a special wrap-up of the Super Bowl episode. I don't figure that we will talk that much about the game because everybody else already knows about it.
Basically.
Game's over.
Game's over.
Doesn't matter. I didn't really have a dog in the fight, so...
No, I didn't either.
Yeah, so before we go any further, you can hear the voice of one of my besties. Jenny is here. Hello.
Hi.
Thanks for joining me again.
Thanks for
Always
having me.
good to spend the evening with you one night, knowing that we're going into a recording the next day together.
Yes, in the afternoon.
Yes, so you had plenty of time to sleep in. Yes. I, however, showed up at work on time this morning.
Oh, way to go.
I did, absolutely.
Awesome.
Jenny and I spent Super Bowl evening together.
Yes.
We ate lots of food.
That was lots of food.
There was lots of
Everybody
food.
brought a lot of food.
Lots of beverages.
Beverages were partaken.
Absolutely.
I slept in.
I figured you would. That's fair.
That's fair.
But we are very fortunate that Jenny and her husband, Mark, who are really good friends of mine and my husband's, we get to piggyback off of Mark's job.
Yes.
And reap the benefits of Mark being the general manager of our local baseball team.
The Hickory Crawdads.
HickoryCrawdads.com.
Yes, so we get to hang out at a ballpark when there's actually no baseball game.
No game going on, and we hang out in the ballpark and drink ballpark beer and
Yes.
eat ballpark hot dogs and
Yeah. And we watch football.
hang it all to ourselves.
That's great.
It's really confusing to tell people you're going to the baseball stadium to watch football, but we've been doing it for years. It's,
Especially the
it's pretty
kids.
normal to us. Yeah.
They were expecting to see, some of them are, where's the baseball game?
Where's the game? Yeah.
They're like, no.
Doesn't matter.
We had
It was a
fun.
good time.
It was.
Nice people.
Yes.
Lots of TVs to watch, lots of drinks and food to enjoy. Like I said, neither one of us had a dog in the fight, so it
No.
doesn't matter. We didn't really care. I mean, did you care?
I cared a little bit because I think Matt Ryan he's just had an amazing season. And then Tom Brady, I was actually reading an article before I walked in, and he's the guy everybody loves to hate, but we don't know why. Because he's a good guy.
Yeah. I mean,
and so, Dallas Cowboys, you just, being a Redskins fan.
yes, we'll put that out there. You're a Redskins
Yes.
fan. I'm a Panthers fan. We've known this forever. There's
Yes.
no bad blood between us, but because we're girls that like sports, we're on Chick Chat, so we'll keep that at that. But it's last night you had on your Redskins stuff.
Yes.
I had on my Lenore Ryan University football shirt because that's
Right.
really the only team that I cared about recently. So, Panthers didn't have any good luck this
No,
year. So I
they
really,
didn't.
I'll cheer for them, but still.
Oh, yeah.
It was
I
not great.
understand. So I'd like to have seen Matt Ryan win, and I think the way they lost to, I couldn't imagine being a fan.
Man,
Mark and I were
so
talking.
glad that I'm not like a hardcore Atlanta
couldn't.
fan.
Mark's like, I would probably cry.
I mean, it was like just this huge buildup,
I know, and they were
squash.
And if you're going to have a quarterback that's going to make a last minute,
Let's
It's
not
gonna
do
be the
this against Tom
Patriots.
Brady. Really?
Yeah.
I know. Like, you just allowed it. You kind of screwed yourself over on this one. So, like, when we got into work today, I walked by one of the offices of another guy who a lot of people probably know from, like, the Foot Candle podcast, but Chris. And I walked in and I said, "Did you have a good weekend?" He's like, "Ugh."
oh no.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, he's not a
Yeah.
Atlanta fan or anything. Like, he's a Panthers fan. But he just hates the Patriots.
And that's what everybody hates the Patriots.
Well, I'm so torn because I like you. Okay, so when we were growing up here, I mean, of course, we didn't have the Panthers when I was younger, but Atlanta was so close that there was a lot of people that were Atlanta fans just because
it was either Redskins or the Falcons.
Yes. And so we were, we didn't necessarily grow up like that, but we had a lot of my friends were all Atlanta fans. So I knew a lot about them.
Right.
I knew a lot about the Redskins with friends growing up with that too. But So I knew so many people that were cheering for
I know.
Falcons. And so I know enough about Matt Ryan. Played fantasy football. I mean, come on. I'm obviously
A fan.
a pro at, football stuff.
Okay. You're a pro. All right.
I know all about the football because I played fantasy. In an all-girl league. But anyway, I wanted Matt Ryan to have that because I thought he deserved it.
Yes.
On the other hand,
He got outplayed.
my husband has a huge crush on Tom Brady.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Do you remember a couple years ago when my husband grew his hair out because Tom Brady was? And he wouldn't cut it until after Tom cut it? It was horrible.
Oh, my gosh.
It was really bad. It was really bad.
Yeah.
And he hasn't gone to that extreme this time because of all the controversy around Tom Brady and all that stuff. He's had a little bit of love loss, but at the same time, he also recognizes that, Tom Brady's just that good. Like, there's just no
amazing.
denying it. You can't.
Belichick, I think it's mostly, to me, I think it's mostly Belichick. He's a coach you do want to hate.
Absolutely.
Just like Jerry Jones as an owner.
He does as an owner, right?
Yes. And that reminds me of like man crushes. Colin Cowherd.
Yes.
He has man crush on Tom Brady and Andrew Luck.
Ooh, Andrew Luck.
Oh, he loves and Mark and I, because Mark listens to Colin every day.
Yeah.
Watches them, and I swear I would just get drunk every time if I took a sip when he said Andrew Luck in an hour.
When Cowherd does.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
And his man crushes are.
They're legit. And even this morning, we watched the end of the game, obviously, and it was kind of one of those. It was getting late, and you were just like, okay, now it's over. Let's just, everybody goes to bed, whatever. But this morning, Wes is, of course, I told y'all, and I'm like, I get it. But hey, like you said, if Matt Ryan deserved it, that's great. But he deserved to be in the Super Bowl, which he did, and he was. But he got outplayed. To come back in that game, holy smokes!
You saw if you look at pictures of the timeline of Brady just feeling defeated. Pictures and then leading up. And he started running out of the pocket, which is... He
was pulling out everything he had to do.
Because he doesn't run out of the pocket.
Yeah. He had to do everything he had to do.
And he did. And he accomplished it. And then did you hear that somebody stole his jersey?
Yes, afterwards.
I know. And so if you see it on eBay, then who would do that?
Couldn't find his jersey. He was like, I put it right here. In his locker. It was right there in his locker. There's some fool out there that is running around. It's real wrong. It's very, very wrong. But yes, if anybody knows where Tom Brady's jersey is, please turn it back in.
Please.
But no, it's gonna show up, like you said. It's gonna be in some sell off one day or something. It's ridiculous. But you know what? Yeah. Tom Brady, go on. It doesn't matter at this point. It doesn't matter, and you're good. Yeah. It's always good.
Remember another moment that we got really goose pimpled on?
Was
when 41.
This was when the
George Bush,
original Bush, gets wheeled out on the field.
Yes.
So we were standing there talking, and I don't care what your political background is. The fact is, this was a president of the United States, and he's getting up there in age, and we all were worried a little bit because he had health problems back at Christmas.
Both were hospitalized.
Both he and his wife, Barbara, were hospitalized over Christmas. Mm-hmm. We were all saying, they just about notebooked us.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, you called it right. Notebook.
Just about notebooked us. Both of them being in the hospital at the same time, but. Very nice to see them come out there. Very good gesture, obviously, being in Houston and Texas and stuff. And so, bravo to the Super Bowl powers that be that brought him in for that and made that happen.
Yeah, and the whole stadium, they kept cheering.
Went crazy.
And kept cheering.
It was great.
That was just,
that was a very classy move. And you know what? Nobody made a big old, he didn't have to give a speech, and nobody said anything else about it or whatever. Like I said, it doesn't matter what your political background is. That was cool.
And Lady Gaga. You know what? All of that just brought together was just goodwill, I think.
Well, yes. And I have a question for you.
Oh, okay. Great.
So, speaking of, we're going to track through the timeline here.
Okay.
The chick-chat timeline of Super Bowl, right?
Okay.
What chick-chat timeline does not start with Luke Bryan and extremely tight pants?
Oh.
Holy crap. How do you even walk on the stage? I have no idea how you even got up there. I'm not a big country music fan.
I'm not at all.
Okay. So, I know who Luke Bryan is because
Yes.
I'm a female.
Right.
And if you have other friends that are females, you're bound to know who he is. Couple things. So, one, did you heard his performance?
Amazing.
Acapella.
Amazing.
Bravo to him for that.
Yes.
I wish he would have looked like maybe dressed up a little more, or like maybe taken that a little more. Or like he didn't wear a ball cap, which was nice.
Right.
But I don't know. I felt like, I mean, he was up there. He was obviously like a little shaken by it because he was kind of, patting his heart and stuff. But, and like I said, I mean, to pull off a cappella, like that's pretty ballsy. But I kind of wish I would have loved to see him in not like a Lands End looking zip up jacket, but like a blazer or something. I don't know. Come on, Luke Bryan. Change it up a little bit. Yeah, kind of you're singing the freaking national anthem.
Yes.
There's been people out there in sequins singing it before, but that's my personal opinion. I mean, he still could have worn his tight pants and whatever. It was distracting. It was distracting, Luke Bryan. Like trying to sing the national anthem and your pants are too tight, but whatever.
Maybe because he needed them tight to help push
get that register up.
Yeah,
because he's got a pretty deep voice. I didn't really realize it.
Yeah,
I was listening to it last time. It was fairly deep. That song's tough too. Mm-hmm. Apparently for singers, I'm not a singer, but that's a training song, like that's where you learn a whole bunch of stuff.
Yes.
And several years ago, like Christina Aguilera, James Taylor, they've all like screwed up the words.
I know. And that happens.
You get nervous.
I completely understand. It happens, obviously, at the Crawdads baseball.
I get it.
And you don't knock them. I don't.
Right. Because I probably would forget my own name at some point, standing in front of those people.
Yes. I mean,
that number of people?
Yeah, nobody's looking at me right now, and I'm talking into a microphone, and you get that little kind of sweaty.
David's looking at you. Our intern.
Behind me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Our intern is here.
He's behind
We have a new intern. David the intern is here, and he's watching us.
He introduced himself as, I'm David the intern.
The intern. That's all there is to it.
Capital I.
The intern.
I like it.
He's a senior at Lenore Ryan University.
Okay.
Happy to have him here.
Yes.
Not going to let him on the mic for chick chat.
No. Yeah. Okay. Then.
Okay, so we've established Luke Bryan did fine. Did a good job. Sounded good. Took a chance singing a cappella. Wore his pants real tight. Pleased people watching. And moving on. Before him, they had 3 ladies.
Yes.
Sing America the Beautiful.
Right.
Okay.
I kind of didn't.
Did you pick up on this at all?
No.
Okay.
I wasn't. I think I was chatting.
So America the Beautiful is...
Which is rude, I guess.
Nah.
Okay.
It's not our national anthem.
Right.
It's not an official song of anything. It is a patriotic song, but it's not an official song of anything.
Right.
So, the 3 ladies that performed it are from the musical Hamilton, which has obviously been a big to-do over the past 2 years, probably, right?
Yes.
They are no longer in the musical now because they were the original cast, which has since moved on to other projects. They did a full year of it or whatever.
Right, okay.
But these 3 ladies play the Schuyler sisters in Hamilton.
Okay.
There's 3 sisters. These 3 ladies play sisters. Obviously not sisters in real life. But in the life of Alexander Hamilton,
yes,
he actually married one sister and supposedly had an affair with the other, and then the third one is kind of left out. But I mean, anyway, it's a little scandalous.
Was she like the ugly sister?
Maybe. I don't know. All these ladies are real pretty. So
that's what I was thinking. I'm like, okay, you could get really tacky there, though.
Yeah, who
Hamilton
gets picked for that part, right? So, okay, so these 3 ladies, they get asked to come in and sing America the Beautiful.
Right.
And again, it's just a patriotic show. They looked beautiful. They're all coordinated outfits. It was very nice. And of course, their voices are amazing, right?
Yeah.
So they changed the words. Not changed, they added 2 words to it, okay? So as they're singing, they say, and round that good with brotherhood. They said, and sisterhood.
Oh, no.
From sea to shining sea, okay? And left it, okay? So there's a couple different ways you could take this.
Okay.
One, these 3 play sisters in a play, and everybody knows it, and it was kind of
Yeah,
cheeky,
okay.
sisterhood, like we're sisterhood type thing. Another one could be, hey, if you're going to say brotherhood in a song, why not say sisterhood? Because that's the female rap of it. Who knows? So it's going back and forth. Like I'm hearing stuff online this morning, reading Twitter, on the radio stuff, and everybody's got their own opinion on it.
Well, I think first and foremost, you do not add anything to any song. If you want to make your own song, then make your own song.
Right.
And so brotherhood, I think it's just kind of a given that it's just talking about everybody.
Right.
All right.
Brotherhood, we were taught growing up that
we are a brotherhood.
Mankind is not meaning no women.
Exactly.
It's mankind. It's not just womankind. It's all kind, right?
Well, I thought we're all.
It's all kind. It's all kind of people. But no, it's mankind means men and women. So that's the whole thing with like brotherhood.
Well, even as you were first saying it, given the lowdown, I just stopped right. You just don't add anything in it. Anything. You just don't. You just don't.
You want to hear it?
You just.
With brotherhood and sisterhood.
Okay.
From sea to shining sea.
Well, they do have beautiful voices. I mean, I don't think that they meant anything by no means. I don't think they were making a political.
Yeah, well, and that's kind of the thing. I think maybe some people that don't like it, like the people that were like mad about it, maybe were like, why are you gonna bring that in politics? Blah blah blah. I don't necessarily see it as a political move. I almost maybe see it more as like Destiny Child singing to us or something, trying to be
that's a good comparison,
something like that, right?
Yeah,
I don't know. Their voices, the way that harmony and all that stuff is very 90s.
It is.
In Vogue. That's who made me think of, right?
Yes.
You enjoyed some In Vogue.
Oh, yeah.
David has no idea who In Vogue is.
He's right now probably on Google.
Like, who's In Vogue? Yeah, no, just saying.
One quick thing, too, back to...
That was back in our day. That was our deal.
Yeah, tight pants. Luke. Okay, so we're at a baseball stadium, right?
Yes.
Did you notice how everybody stopped? All the guys took their hats off who had hats on.
We all stood up.
And it was quiet.
It was. We all stood up.
Nothing was ever, asked.
It's always nice whenever
Wasn't it really cool?
Yeah, it's very nice whenever that happens, whenever you're in a place where, people really don't have to stand up,
No,
I guess,
you don't.
if you don't want to, but, it's the right thing to do.
And
they did. We all stood up, and everybody had their hands on their hearts, and guys took their hats off and everything.
Yeah.
Very nice. Bravo, Crawdads fans. Bravo.
I'm very proud of everybody there.
Yes.
We even had, he's like, do you all have the American flag up? I was like, well, no.
But you just watch TV.
Yeah.
And watch Luke Bryan get into it with us. How could you miss him?
Okay.
All right. So Skylar Sisters, I thought, hey, beautiful rendition of the song. You know what? Mm-hmm. And if we treat it as, if we make it into a political statement, then it's just, I feel like it's dumb.
Yeah.
But if we treat it as in like some ladies singing about brotherhood and sisterhood all together, then great. You know what? It was a really pretty song, and you guys did it great, and you were respectful, of, like dressed nice, and you stayed in the harmonies, and you sounded good. Whatever. Okay. Okay. So moving on to
what's
halftime.
next? Okay, so we're skipping how the Patriots only got a field goal.
Yeah, because
through the whole
we already
half.
established the fact that Tom Brady dominated and came back and and deserved that.
On the betting sites that I don't bet on.
I know nothing about. You know everything about.
I know nothing.
Right.
Anywho, so the Falcons at that point, 86% chance of winning.
Sure. Everybody thought so. We all thought so, except my husband, who says
he knew.
That he knew.
Now I will have to. Yeah, I didn't hear him say that, but I was like, guys, you don't want to be playing against a Tom Brady.
I know
who can come back.
I think the smart people knew that.
Yeah, the pro people. Mm-hmm. We're pro people.
Of course,
we're
obviously
we know the football.
The football runs deep in chick-chat.
Okay,
Lady Gaga.
Oh, ripped it up.
Yeah,
like good ripped it up. I think.
Yeah, I'm. Me personally, not a huge Gaga fan.
Me neither.
In the normal day of things.
Yeah, I don't.
I went home and watched her performance again, knowing that we were going to talk about it today.
Right.
I watched it again because, when you're at a party, you can't hear, you're focusing on other little things, or maybe you couldn't tell everything she was saying, Okay, so first of all, the woman jumped off the top of the stadium.
It kind of scared me. It wasn't kind of funny, too, when she just kind of went... Vroom.
Yeah, and then she, stopped. And then it was very Mission Impossible, right, But you know what? I was thinking about, because when she jumps, at the first time, she jumps off the top of the stadium, and she jumps into... you can't see.
Yeah, you can't see.
I tell you why they did that,
Why?
too.
Why?
Because if something happened, you're not watching it. That's what that is. They only cut to her whenever she was steady.
That's
what she was
spoken
doing.
from somebody who knows how to do video blogs.
Well, not just that, it's there. That's what it is. They don't show the entire free fall.
Just in case.
Just in case.
I saw something, I was reading through 20 of the funniest memes or twits or whatever.
Plenty of memes come out of last night.
Yeah, and a lot of twits came out.
You're such the Twitterer.
Yeah, I tried it. I'm like, do you spell hashtag? Okay, so anywho, I read other people's stuff.
Yes.
And one of them said, I wish I trusted somebody as much as Lady Gaga trusted those chords.
No kidding. The whole time. And then while she's up there, it was, I couldn't help but giggle after she landed.
It looked weird though. She's
after she landed the first time, when she got her footing, right?
Right.
And then she's still hooked up because she's on that pole.
I'm like, why?
Did you see her dancing? And it's like she's just barely touching the ground, so her hips are lifted up a little bit. And
What did they call them? The marionettes?
Marionettes. She was like in sync and bye bye bye. She could have totally pulled off that song, and people would have gone ballistic.
Or like New Kids on the Block when they did the little sideways.
Yes, or MC Hammer type stuff.
Legit to quit.
I seriously thought Vanilla Ice was about to pop out last night. Did you see those guys with the silver jackets on?
Yes, that
the
would
big
have
puffy
been.
ones. The one in the front, the guy in the front
epic.
had a blonde front spike, and it looked a little bit like him. We all kind of thought there for a second that he was going to come out, but
That would have been awesome.
But
at least she didn't have the meat dress on. That would have been a really heavy.
That was what we talked about this morning too. Chris and I did after his rant on Tom Brady. But I was like, "What do you think of Gaga?"
He's gone from Tom Brady.
I know. I had to change the subject. I was like, "What do you think of Gaga?" So it was. I thought she was very tame, considering what she has done in the past with her costumes and her outfits and everything.
She changed once.
Yeah, and it was into football pads looking.
Yeah. And she played music that she didn't release anything new.
Right. She put out there that that she put songs that everybody could sing along to because they were ones that had been played over.
Oh, I love Poker Face.
Poker Face.
Can't
Did you
read my
see her
poker
take
face.
off her poker face? She had on Jim and the Holograms. She had on eye things going all the way around her eyes.
Yeah, I saw that
when she jumped, and then when she came down, and then she put on the guitar.
Yes.
She was playing the guitar, and they gave her a gold jacket.
Holding the microphone for her. Mm-hmm.
If you look, then the Jim eye makeup is gone, so it was like a sticker. She had
So it was her poker
stick-ons,
face.
and they took off her poker face. That's what I like to think it was.
I wonder if they had to put that on there so no blood vessels would pop when she jumped off.
Jumped off the top of the freaking Houston Stadium.
How does she sing like that after that's scary.
I mean,
that's
going to
give you a high.
Her heart down there is just. I would have passed out after I landed just out of gratitude, and been like,
and then you got to get up and dance as a marionette.
That was it. I just did this. That was your halftime performance, and here's my special guest. And I would have had somebody come out and finish up.
That would have worked.
Yeah, she hinted at one point that there was going to be a special guest.
Oh.
She never really said it, but there never was one last night.
There wasn't.
Nope. So they had told her that she couldn't be political.
I didn't know that. I thought that she was just going to.
Well, they told her that she couldn't be political, and she was just like,
okay,
no problem. Right?
It was a dream of hers, right? To always do the halftime.
So she was like, no problem. But yet, she did do, obviously, when she was staying on top, she sang
America.
A few lines from several different songs. This land is your land.
And I think that's awesome.
To me, everybody, I thought that was great.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. It was perfect. It didn't scream which side you were on.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. So thought she did that good. She jumped great, because she
she really
survived.
did look good jumping great.
It was awkward jump. She was like diving. I mean,
That's going to be like a meme now. Like,
yeah.
I like that.
I don't know. I'm just glad it worked.
I'm glad I'm know how to say meme now. I was saying
Mimi,
meme.
I know. I just
think
didn't
you
correct you for so long. I just didn't want to correct you. It's like when a kid says something cute in a different, tone.
I got this meme the other day.
I got a meme the other day.
And then I was reading this
"Aw."
twit. And okay. So she survived.
And then she changed outfits one time. She took her hair down. She had to keep her hair up in a French twist with a little banana clip. Again, throwback days.
Right.
Because you can't get it tangled up in the cords. That's why she had that up at first.
Safety.
Yep. So then she yanked it out and then lost her cords.
Yes.
And then she danced her ass off. Like she was moving the whole time. And she was really singing.
Yeah.
She was really singing.
She had
It's been problems before.
You remember
of other people.
Oh, well, yeah, I know.
Yeah, she was doing it.
Remember Suzanne Summers when she had the Thigh Master?
Of course.
Oh my gosh, her thighs last night.
I
couldn't even.
She wouldn't be able to walk today, but I'm pretty sure those things are on fire.
I wonder if she was using the Thigh Master up.
Sure she was. I'm sure she was. I saw an article today about somebody criticizing her tummy. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, let's not go there, considering the woman just performed for 13 minutes straight after jumping off the top of the Astrodome or wherever you are. And then you jumped off into the stadium, danced the entire time, performed live on a piano, and jumped into the crowd and
They're
everything
talking
else,
about
changed
her-
clothes, and you're going to
Talk about her
take a
stomach.
crack on her stomach? Please. Whatever. I don't get down with that.
Nope.
But I thought she did a really good job. It was clean.
Yes,
I think
very clean.
your kids can watch it.
She did shout outs
It
to her
was,
mom.
yeah, she said hey to her mom and her dad. She's classically trained.
Yes.
So she started out she went to school for opera and French
Where
opera
is she
or something.
from?
New York or something.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know if.
But she was trained at a fancy school,
Right.
whatever. But then she and then to make ends meet, she performed in dive bars, on piano, piano bars and stuff.
Well, she was doing the Bud Light tour, where she would just show up at Mark's. Would that not be
flea
awesome
markets
if
and
she
stuff?
showed up at Gaslight?
Yeah. You got to explain what the gaslight is now.
It's a hole in the wall that you wished was a little bit more holier. Holy. The
gaslight is a local spot for
beer
for
only.
locals only, beer only, cash only.
Yeah, coldest beer in town.
Mm-hmm. They got microwave popcorn too.
And they have those pickled eggs that the red.
They do have pickled eggs.
Is that vinegar? Mm-hmm. It's in the vinegar. And they also have microwavable pork rinds.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. And they've got about 4 different kinds of butter and salt that they'll put on it for you if you let it. If they like to show off their butter salt flavors.
Gaslight's been around for a long time, and so they open
pool hall.
early for factory workers, with different shifts and stuff. And so they
don't really have a closing time. They don't really have many rules that you have to follow.
Couple
It's
pool
just
tables, dartboards,
and jukebox
and yes, and they have an ATM.
because it's cash only. And the bathrooms are clean.
Yeah,
so
I think
there
so.
you go. We enjoy some Gaslight evenings. But don't everybody go rush to it because I don't want you in our place.
No.
So
Yeah.
Jenny's got a permanent spot at the bar and has
do.
an ornament on their Christmas tree every year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Special.
I know. They love us.
Yeah, they do.
We love them.
Yeah, they do. Lady Gaga, we're giving
good.
her a thumbs up, right?
Thumbs up.
I mean, it's.
Everybody's gotten a thumbs up so far.
I think so. I mean, except Matt Ryan, poor thing.
No. The poor.
I know. I mean,
was
he made it to the Super Bowl.
He had to
It's
probably,
okay.
He had to take 2 Advil PM just so he could sleep last night.
No. He
his
was
mind was just
drinking. He
ruminating.
was drinking. Come on.
Do you think just beer or hard liquor?
I hope it was hard liquor for him. I hope it was hard liquor. I feel really bad for him.
Me too.
He was married. He's married, right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I just think
If not,
yeah. Oh.
I hope he was smart.
Yeah. If
Let's
he got
just be
on
that.
Match.com.
Don't drink after a Super Bowl and get on Tinder. Just don't do it, Matt Ryan. His wife's like, what? Screw y'all. Did you take note of any commercials?
I did not watch one
You know
single
what?
commercial.
I saw a couple.
Okay. I heard the lumber ad, Jack, 84. I don't have no idea. I've just been hearing.
You want to know what it was?
Please.
It was deep, is what it was.
It's deep. Okay.
It's a lumber company.
Yeah, 84 lumber, right?
84 lumber.
But everybody's talking about it.
And yeah. So it literally
Okay.
shows a woman and her child waking up in the morning. There's a shortened version for TV, and then there's a longer version you can watch online.
Okay.
But the gist of it is this woman wakes up with her child. They kind of live in like the same room, and then it's more of like a shack of sorts.
Right.
You know, she's looking through some old pictures. She's kind of packing up a backpack. She's getting the little girl. The little girl's excited. They go out the door. They tell Grandpa goodbye. Grandpa gives her like a little piece of candy, and hugs her, kisses her, and all that stuff. And they're all leaving. Well, then the mom and the daughter start walking. And they walk all these different places. They walk like past this train track one time, and there's like a plastic bag waving in the air, and the little girl grabs the plastic bag.
Right.
And then they go and they hop on a train that's moving, like they're jumping in train cars, and there's like a piece of dirt on the ground that's a different color or whatever, and the little girl's picking it up. Every time the little girl's putting one of these little pieces in her book bag.
Right.
And then it shows them camping out at night, and the whole time they're wearing the same clothes and stuff, and they're camping out. Then they walk upon some other people and like in a market to like get some water or something, and then they keep walking and they're going through these beautiful scenery, and then like dusty desert, and then
so they're like going
walking, right? And then you start seeing these men with construction trucks.
Right.
It's like a different scene. And the trucks, they're building stuff. And so it's men with hard hats, and they're drinking water, and they're cutting up lumber. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then it would cut back to this mom and daughter, and it goes on and on and on.
Okay.
And then finally, the mom gets, like, turns a corner somewhere, and they look, and she's sort of just, her face kind of falls.
Oh, no.
And the little girl looks up at her mom, and they look over, and there's a huge wall in front of them. And it's like you're watching it, and you were like, uh-oh. Like a wall, like a big old wall. And I guess the lumber side of it was like supposed to be showing that these men were building this wall, okay? But then here this woman's like walking. Well, she's just standing there staring at this wall, and the little girl like kind of tugs on her hands, and she pulls out of her book bag all these scrap pieces that she's picked up, and she's made into a freaking American flag, and hands it to her mom. And right as she hands it to her mom gets hit with this like beam of light that comes coming through like a crack in the wall.
Right.
So they walk over to it, and it looks like it's a door.
Okay.
That's been made. And she pushes open the door, and like the mom and the daughter are so excited, and they run through, and then you see a man driving with a truck and his own tools.
Right.
And lumber. Like maybe he made the door.
Oh.
And he's just driving away, and you see the mom and daughter running like off into the sunset, and then a tagline comes up and says something like, we welcome everyone, 84 lumber. And it, like, you're just like, what did I just watch? What just happened?
Oh my gosh. It
was
like,
deep.
I was enraptured by your
It was deep.
storytelling. Yeah, that's like way deep.
Yeah.
That's obviously political, which, hey.
Absolutely. It was absolutely
they
political.
spent their money and...
And you know what? Like you said, everybody's talking about it.
Yeah, I'm talking about it.
Avocados from Mexico had a commercial.
Okay.
That was pretty funny. It's like,
do you like avocados?
I love avocados.
I just had never acquired the taste.
Really?
Yeah.
You like guacamole?
Oh, no. Really? And I'm pretty, I eat anything, basically.
Yeah.
And I just can never get, I just can't.
I get avocados.
Yes.
A lot. And
it's the texture.
Huh?
Maybe it's the texture.
Maybe.
I don't know. I love hummus.
Yeah, see? I don't know. I think it's the color and stuff, maybe. But I love it. And I literally will bring an avocado to my office, and I'll peel the outside off, and then I take pretzels and dig in it. And I just eat it with pretzels the whole time.
Hummus. Yeah.
And I just eat them, just straight avocado. So I'll just pull that up, eat pretzels and avocado. I love it. It's like one of my favorite things. Go to.
David, do you like guacamole?
He was nodding yes.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of avocado.
Okay.
Big avocado fan. So avocados from Mexico had an ad, and it's pretty funny. It's about a secret society that
Love avocados.
that knows about avocados.
Oh my gosh.
It's just funny. It is one that you should watch. Maybe
I will
that
watch
up.
it, yes.
Pull that up. There is. Let's see. Who else had a big one? Hyundai. Do you say Hyundai or Hyundai?
I say Hyundai.
I say Hyundai. Is it Hyundai? Hyundai.
He had a little Hyundai.
He said Honda in there. Was it a
Hyundai?
Hyundai? I don't know.
Hyundai.
They had a big one about for the military with the people being able to watch the Super Bowl with their family because they had this special 3D camera or 360 camera.
Right.
Anyway, another one, if you look up, it's pretty emotional. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Do not look up or waste your time on the Ghost Spuds McKenzie one. I was super excited about that because I used to love some Spuds McKenzie back in the day.
Yes.
Don't waste your time on it.
I did glimpse that one. I had gone to get my hidden cachet of beverages out of Mark's office.
Yes.
And I saw a ghost of Spuds, and he had to have the guy open because he didn't have thumbs.
Because he had no thumbs. Yeah. Don't. It was not worth it.
Okay.
Cam Newton made an appearance in a Buick commercial.
Okay.
Basically, Little League teams out there, and a Buick pulls up, and one of the dads in the stand says, like, oh, that's a good-looking Buick out there. And, Buick's whole thing is now we don't look like grandparents' Buicks.
Right.
Because Buicks looked old back in the day.
Yes.
Right? And now they don't. And so the guy in the stand was like, if that's a Buick, then my son's Cam Newton. And then his son turns into Cam Newton out on the Pee Wee field. And, Cam Newton's then the only one that's not in the Pee Wee League.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then right at the end, it's like a Snickers commercial almost, because right at the end, the coach says something like, if that was good, then I'm a supermodel. And he turns into a supermodel next to Cam Newton. It was just, it's a cute one.
Right.
Yeah, but it was Buick. And so they pulled in, of course, Cam Newton and stuff, and that was good.
When you said Snickers commercial, I was thinking of Great Googly Moogly.
That's
what I thought of.
I know. Well,
instead of if you're hangry.
They turn into the other people at the end.
The chefs.
There's a
that was an awesome commercial.
There's a Mr. Clean.
He's sexy or something, right? I mean,
it's like Magic Mike, Mr. Clean.
Oh, no.
But he's like
come use
dancing.
my sponge.
He's like dancing, and he's got on his white tight pants and his white tight shirt, which he looks normal. It's just animated still,
Right.
And it's a cartoon, and he's like dancing, and this the woman's watching him, and she's just like, yes, this is amazing. Yes, keep dancing. And he says her name. He's like, Jenny. And she's like, yes, yes. And he's like, Jenny. And she opens up her eyes, and it's her husband that had been cleaning. And so she's all like,
That's
she
awesome.
tackles him then, and they fall on the couch. And it was funny because it was like, no woman can resist a man who cleans. And I'm like,
that's true.
That was pretty brilliant.
That's awesome.
Because that's super true.
Yeah, it is.
And then there was one that was pretty funny was the, and I think they do it almost every year, but the Babies of Super Bowl, where it's like babies that were born the year of that Super Bowl now, and they dress them up like a famous person from that Super Bowl. So like last year's Von Miller, and there's like a kid,
that's
a baby
cute.
Dressed up like Von Miller. So he's got these big glasses on, and he's like putting his hands up and stuff.
Right.
Anyway, it's a cute one too if you look that one up. Gronkowski made an appearance.
I'll tell you what, he is a handsome man.
You got a little Gronk crush? Gronk, so you and I both watched Big Brother.
Yes. Gosh.
And he has appeared on
the
Big
Gronk,
Brother.
because they had the Gronk party.
Because apparently Gronk parties 24/7.
Yes.
And so, I mean, how can you not be a fan of Gronkowski at some point? But basically, it's called like Gronk's Laundry or something.
Yes.
Gronk's Dry Cleaning. And
it's got
every shirt in there has the sleeves cut off because it's Gronkowski. And then there's a second version of it that played later, and it was the guy walks in, he's like, I got this stain on this shirt. Like, I don't know what it is. So Gronk licks it, and he's like, it's jelly. It's definitely jelly. You're like, oh, God. The guy was like, I just need it clean. So he rips the sleeves off and he's like, I'll be ready on Wednesday.
I love it. Like when you've got like a good football guy that can do like Gronk. I was hoping they'd have something with Peyton. Because Peyton does some really funny commercials.
I love his Peyton on Sunday morning. They're my favorite. When Peyton's like, which note to self, Jenny's a big Peyton fan because you're a big Tennessee fan.
Bleed orange. Yes.
Yeah, so you are from Tennessee, and she's born and bred with Peyton, and then followed him through, obviously. But Peyton on Sunday morning, I mean, when he's like, I got a coupon for that. Hold on. You know, I mean, it just kills me. Or when he goes to see Eli, or when he calls Eli to see if he wants to come over and watch the game. Eli's like, I'm playing in it. He's like, I'm going to make nachos. I do. I thought they were going to have Peyton. But you know what? Did you see Cooper Manning all over the place yesterday?
No. Really?
Yes, in a tux doing the red carpet prior to the Super Bowl. Oh. I was like, y'all need to stop.
Yes.
Don't embarrass Cooper because he's not out there with them. Don't think that this is consolation for Cooper.
I know.
The other Manning child.
Right. I mean, the one that's actually was supposedly supposed to be more talented than Peyton or Eli.
Well, he's talented in a suit on the red carpet.
Yeah.
You know, he was interviewing like the celebrities that came to the Super Bowl. Yeah. And I was like, oh.
It was an interesting... When they did like the camera,
showing around.
Didn't that Chrissy Teigen? Didn't she have like a nip slip?
Yes, she did.
She had a nip slip.
She sure as heck did.
Yes,
John Legend's wife, Chrissy Teigen, who also stars on Lip Sync Battle.
Yeah, she's got a mouth on her.
Yes, she does.
She loves that social media.
She sure does. Mm-hmm. Yes, but she did. She had to explain it today.
Yeah. Okay. So
her
what
nip
was
slip? And I'm like,
what happened?
I kind of want to be. I mean, it was like
it
she's
just
like
slipped.
I like held my arm wrong or something,
right.
you know. But I mean, that's the one thing though. On social media, she's pretty like. I don't care what you people say. Like, I have a normal life. Yeah,
she's
you know, she's got a kid. She's like, you know, you know, she supports her husband, obviously, and all this stuff. And anyway, yeah, I mean, she got a mouth on her because she just don't care.
Yeah, she doesn't.
But yeah,
she's like the honey badger.
Damn right she is. She is straight up honey badger. And she says that she, you know, I mean, everybody's like, Chrissy Teigen, explain that. And I'm like, her shirt, it's called a slip. That's why. It was a shirt that was blousy.
It slipped.
Whatever. She was in and then Giselle was up in the stands, obviously. Like,
is that how you say it?
Giselle. Literally.
Giselle. Mm-hmm. What's the animal?
Bunchin.
What's the animal?
Bunchin.
You just like saying bunchin.
Gazelle.
Gazelle.
Animal. Giselle. And she got legs like a gazelle.
Yeah.
For days.
Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, whatever. Your husband just won. I got it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I get it. That's great. But still, I'm kind of like,
go on.
You're half the reason people don't like Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Just saying, you're 50% of it.
Right. Yeah.
Just throwing that out there. You asked for it when you became a model, and then you married a guy who tried to become the model of football.
Yes. And he does those UGG commercials. I don't get the guy in Uggs.
Right. Don't.
Intern?
David does not have
Do you have a
Uggs.
pair of Uggs at home?
No, he does not. He says
he doesn't talk unless he's like.
I know. I'm like we can hear you. It's okay if we refer to you. But no, he did not. He does not have on Uggs, nor does he own any. He says. Speaking of awkward and uncomfortable things.
Oh, okay. What? Oh no.
Beyonce's pictures when she announced that she was pregnant. Did you hear about this? Did you see them?
I saw one of them, and
there's only one that matters. There's only. I mean, all you need to see is one. It doesn't matter.
The underwater one, right?
Oh, there's bunches. I mean, it doesn't matter which one you saw. You only need to see one.
And I've seen the meme that was like, I had twins before Beyonce made it cool. Because we have a girlfriend that has twins.
Yes.
Yeah. And so I like seeing her Facebook post on twins.
Did you see the meme that was like, I sure hope that when Beyonce has twins, she doesn't forget about all the other single babies. All the single babies. All the single babies.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I like that one.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So she's pregnant. Okay, fine, whatever. Mm-hmm. But these pictures were horrendous.
Oh, really?
I'm embarrassed for her. Like, I'm not really sure why it was necessary to post pictures like this because you have lots of money. Right. And you're Queen Bee. You're Beyonce.
Yeah.
Why do you have this picture? I'm going to pull one up for you because it's...
Is it like awkward and like you're kind of embarrassed to look at it?
Well, it's like, why would you do this? Nobody else out there is this awkward with it. I don't know. Like, it just seems like, what? I don't understand what it is. She's wearing like a lampshade cover thing over top of her, and she's got on non-matching bra and panties.
She looks like it looks like flowers like at a funeral.
It looks, I mean,
in the background,
fake, right?
Yeah,
I mean, and
I don't get it.
it looks like Olin Mills, right? No offense to Olin Mills.
Yeah,
but I'm just
my
saying
gosh.
it looks like Olin Mills, right?
Yeah, it does.
Like,
And
she
that's
went
so
down
funny.
to Portrait Innovations and had it done.
Yes.
I don't quite
Interesting.
understand.
Okay, yeah, I don't.
So that was the main one where she posted out and said we're growing by 2.
Right.
So then people went off on this. So yeah, like I said, you're not wearing matching bra and panties, which I think is incredibly tacky if you're having your photo taken.
Right.
On a daily basis, I don't care if they match or not.
No.
But when you're going to show us this, like, let's be smart about it, shall
I'm
we?
thinking if my stuff's matching right now.
Well, see, and I'm pretty sure mine don't,
I don't
right
think
now.
mine.
But I ain't showing it to the world.
right.
And I'm not
With
Beyonce.
the dolls,
I'm not
stuff.
Beyonce. Yes, you gotta drape over top of you. Like, I don't get it. Whatevs. But anyway, then my news feed blows up.
Right.
With people being like, who cares about Beyonce having twins? Who cares? I don't flipping care. Blah, blah,
Right,
blah,
right,
blah,
right.
blah. Okay, yeah, I agree. But you know what? Thank God Beyonce was pregnant, because I was so tired of hearing all your political crap.
True.
Just putting that out there.
True.
Between Beyonce and Lady Gaga, I
Yeah.
finally got a break from hearing people bitch and moan about our president.
I know.
We've all made it very clear. If you've listened to a show before, you know my opinion of Donald Trump, and that's neither here nor there.
Mm-hmm.
The fact is, it's done. He's the president. It's
Yes.
in there. And now I'm just like, can we just move on?
I know. Can we just love each other in the brotherhood?
In the sisterhood.
Yeah.
You know what else I'm really excited about, though, other than Beyonce having twins?
Gosh. Please.
The Oscars are coming up.
Didn't we have a post-Oscar chit-chat before?
Maybe. I don't know. You've been on here several times before.
Yeah, I think it's, yeah.
Bound to have been at some point.
Right.
So you're not a huge movie goer,
No.
but you do enjoy movies.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And before I go any further on it, because awards season has started up for entertainment wise, there's been like the Golden Globes and things like this, all the ones that build up to the Oscars, right?
Right.
SAG Awards, stuff like that, which include TV and other things too, which I know not everything's on your murder porn channel, but other things that you do watch.
I know. I haven't been.
Do y'all do Netflix?
No.
No? I don't really know who you are anymore.
I don't twit.
It's embarrassing.
I'm not on Netflix. And I finally figured out the same meme.
Yes. Okay. So there's a show on Netflix.
Yes.
Called Stranger Things.
I've heard a lot about it. Mm-hmm.
So Stranger Things, it's one season. It's 8 episodes or something like that. I mean, you can pretty much binge through the whole thing. If you really wanted to watch it. It's a little weird, creepy, but it's like if you like Goonies, if you like anything from the 80s, you will be able to watch this.
Okay.
And Winona Ryder's in it. So, I mean,
Right.
she's in every 80s thing, right?
Right.
So they've just announced that Stranger Things 2 is finished filming.
Okay.
Or almost finished filming. And they released the trailer for it during the Super Bowl last night.
Yes.
So that got all sorts of people excited. I'm still kind of curious if it's going to work or not, because I saw David nodding over there. So you've obviously watched it, David.
I loved it.
Yeah. Oh, I loved it too. But I'm pretty sure they could have just stopped, and it would have been amazing to have that one season and be like, yeah. I mean, there's no. I'm not giving spoilers here, but
No, I know, but
end
that's
of season
hard.
1's done. I mean, it was done. Like you could
Right.
have walked away and never seen that show again, and you would have had like cool stories to tell.
Right.
So back when you and I were growing up,
Right.
there was a one-hit wonder, one season called My So-Called Life.
Yes.
Jared Leto, Claire Danes.
Yes.
Okay. And about some emo kid, in high school, which we were all at that time.
Yes.
And they went one season, got canceled, and then became instant cult classic, right?
Right.
It's only one season. but everybody knows about the
I know.
whole show.
So, like, why not just stop here?
I don't understand. I don't know why. Maybe because it's kids and there's like all these adorable freaking kids in it.
Right.
That are amazing. And one of them is missing his 2 front teeth, just like my daughter is, you know? And so when he talks, I'm always like laughing because he has a little slur with it because he doesn't have his teeth up there. Anyway, I just think it's funny. The kids are great in the show. Mm-hmm. It's super weird. You would probably,
I'd probably
love
like it. See, that's one
Mark
thing.
would like it. Mark would like it because Mark likes St. Elmo's Fire.
Right.
Mark
Oh, yes.
likes Big Chill. He loves him some good old 80s movies too, right? And this has
How
an
do you
80s
get
feel to
Netflix
everything.
then?
How do you get Netflix?
Yes.
We're gonna have to yes, I know they need a computer and that's about it. But
I will talk after.
yes, we'll have to educate you on this. But
But like when it's, you know who messed up the one season, and Mark and I we were all aboard.
yeah,
How to Get Away with Murder. It was supposed to be like a 10 episode, right?
okay, so
And we stopped watching.
I haven't watched any of season 2
And Mark and
or
I,
whatever this season is right now.
I don't know
right?
what season it is. I think it might be.
I don't know what season this is.
Okay.
But I haven't
But
watched
after,
it.
I'm like, no.
Because
You
the first
lied.
season was amazing.
Yeah, I'm like, you lied.
Loved it.
So I'm not going to. And then there was another one. The one with that beautiful girl, Priyanka.
Oh, Quantico.
We loved it.
Watched the first season, loved it.
Loved it.
Started the first season, was like, nope.
We've got it on.
Can't do it.
DVR. We know how to DVR.
Yes, you do.
But we haven't.
I
We
can't-
still can't.
I can't do it.
We haven't watched one episode
I tried.
of that.
I tried. To
You
watch
tried?
Start of the second
didn't.
season, and I'm like,
So I just need to go and
guys,
delete
come
that.
on.
Okay.
Like it
See,
just
why?
Was, it was just going so much further, and it got to where her acting got worse because she's
no.
having to act so hard.
Right.
You know, because she's having to carry on a show that needs not to carry on.
Right.
Yeah, some shows just need to be one and done and be okay with
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand.
Yeah. But so, I mean, as excited as I am to have Stranger Things come back, I'm just
odds are
like,
against
kind
them.
of curious if they're really going to be able to pull it off and make it what it should be.
Right.
Right? Okay. So
Interesting.
we'll have to wait and see, and maybe we'll get you on Netflix prior to that. Probably not. Let's be honest. All right. So Oscars.
Okay.
So I have a gut feeling that
Okay.
you have seen none of the movies that are nominated for Best Picture.
I think you're right.
Yes.
I think you're right. The last movie we had Scary Girls movie night, and we watched that Don't Breathe scary movie with that blind guy, and they went to go rob his house.
Don't know what that is.
Yeah, it was scary. And then the one before that, we watched Lights Out.
See, these probably aren't Oscar nominated ones, right? Whatever. I've been
All right,
touched
go through
on
the
those.
list. Go through the
All right,
list.
so we're just going to name off the ones that are top Oscar nominees for Best Film or
Okay.
Best Picture. I'm not going to go into it much further because we actually have another show on the network called Foot Candle Films that discusses the entire thing.
Yeah,
So
okay.
they're touching on it. I'm just going to highlight this, not because of the care of the movie, but I'm going to tell you some other little tidbits here.
Okay.
All right, so La La Land.
I heard that's good.
I've seen it.
Is it good?
It's good.
Oh.
Eh,
Next.
it's got Ryan Gosling in it.
He's good.
I mean, which makes it worth watching,
Right.
but it's got Ryan Gosling in it, which means Ryan Gosling plays the same character he plays in every other movie
Yeah.
in that movie.
Okay.
Just throwing that out there. Have you seen The Notebook?
Then you've seen this movie.
Probably.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Crazy Stupid Love that he was in with Emma Stone?
No.
Oh, well, this one he's in the movie with Emma Stone, and they pretty much play the same characters. Just
Oh, okay.
not to spoil it, but
Okay.
that's what it is.
Spoiled.
Yeah. But it is. Arrival. Pretty sure you haven't seen this one either, right? Amy Adams in it. No?
Is it good? Okay. Next.
Meh. Lion. This one I haven't seen, and I'm a little nervous too. But it's because it's got more foreign ties to it.
Oh,
And
okay.
I can't follow sometimes as well with those. Hell or High Water. Haven't seen that one, but I've heard about it.
Okay.
It's nominated for Best Picture for a reason. I get it.
Right.
Moonlight. That one's supposed to be one of the top contenders. Hacksaw Ridge. That one's super gory and close my eyes half the time. But
What's
it's
it
the true
about?
story, the guy that goes to fight in the war and won't fire a gun.
Oh.
Because of his beliefs.
Right.
But, like, ends up saving all these people and, like, it's hard to watch. I mean, it's Saving Private Ryan stuff, you know?
Yeah, I never saw that one.
Oy. That one's, blood.
Yeah.
Manchester by the Sea. I loved it. That's Casey Affleck in it.
Oh, yeah. Who didn't think his
I kind of
brother?
anyway. Right. Yes. I kind of love him anyway.
Manchester. Okay.
Yeah. And then Fences, Denzel Washington.
I saw a preview for it yesterday.
How can you not love a Denzel Washington?
Did you? Have
flick?
you watched it?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Actually, that's one I'd like to.
Yeah. It actually was a Broadway play.
Okay.
And Denzel Washington was in the Broadway play.
Right.
And so now he's bringing it to a movie, which typically doesn't always perform very well because when you bring a play to a movie and so forth, so on. But he's gotten a lot of attention for his role in it because he's nominated as well.
Well, then Viola
Davis.
She's amazing.
She's all over the place.
I mean, I loved her in The Help.
Yes, I know. And so
the previews I saw for that, it just...
Yeah. Well, she's also in, or she's in this. And then there's...
The Astronaut?
That is called Hidden Figures.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
And...
That looked good.
Yes. So, that one's just a really good film. That one's just good because of Sisterhood. Like that's what it is.
You sound like the Dr. Pepper commercial. The guy, that little singing.
Oh, the little guy that like swims around in Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper. Sisterhood. Yeah. So that's, but I mean, it's about smart women. It's about the NASA program, which I'm always fascinated with.
I don't like space.
You don't like space. I
don't
know
like
this.
Space.
Jenny's
Why do you bring up space every time?
I didn't mean to bring up space. The movie's about space, but you just happen to be here. And why are you scared of space?
I don't understand. Why are we still talking about it?
See, I don't know. Because David's curious.
Well, I'm not looking at David. So go on.
See, I'm fascinated by space, so I'll enjoy
You're
the NASA
making my
program.
hands sweat. Yeah, so
I enjoy the NASA program and stuff like that, which this movie... It is about.
Yes.
You do not have to go in space and see this. It is like they're talking about the stuff before space.
Can you stop saying space?
Space. So, anyway, the Academy Awards are coming up on February 26th.
Okay.
So that's in a couple weeks. Not that you're really going to be like encouraging about it, but it is always kind of a good night to watch videos of later, like the next day, of people's speeches.
This
You know
leads
what I'm
me
talking
to something. Okay. So you go up, you get your award because you got paid.
Yep.
Whether you're a songwriter, whether you're
Writer, director,
anything.
whatever, right?
You got paid.
Yep.
And the only reason you're up there is because of this. Because you did work for this that you got paid for.
That you did well.
That you're being recognized.
Correct.
Under that.
Correct.
Why are you using that as a pedestal to spout out political views? Is that right or wrong?
I don't know. Okay, so I know what you're saying. So
it's like,
so my thoughts on this is, first of all, the thing that I hate about it, mine's a little bit of a double-edged sword.
Okay.
What I hate is if somebody gets up there and starts spouting off stuff.
Okay.
Political or governmental or, scientific, global warming type stuff, things like that. If I've never heard them speak of it before. Okay. Now here's the thing. Leonardo DiCaprio. Okay. For example.
Everybody,
He's
He's
always out there doing something for an organization. He's got his ones that he supports that he's very involved in. If he gets up on stage and chooses to say something about the organization that he works hard for.
Right.
I'm going to be okay with it.
Okay.
One, because, if you choose to use your celebrity, if you will, to take action on something, then great, because maybe you have some power over people to get moving on something.
Okay.
What I would hate is when somebody gets up there and starts spouting off about politics or whatever it may be, and you've never heard them speak anything about it before, and then they get up and they use that one time to do this. I just feel like if you're going to be a celebrity, which there are some celebrities out there that will even say, I think it's humorous that I get paid this much money to act in a movie. Mm-hmm. Like, they'll say that, you know, like, I'm getting paid a certain amount of money. So therefore, they take their money or they take their ability to be in front of mass amounts of people and use it for good.
Yeah.
But if you're going to get up there and speak just because you think this is your 5 seconds of fame, you know, I want to be like, do you really ever, like, have you been to, were you at a march? You know, like, did you actually show up and support?
Right.
Did you camp out one night with homeless people and do this? You know, did you go on an excursion to see the whales that you were needing to help? You know, I mean, all these different things.
Right.
And then now you're getting up there and you're doing this. It almost seems like now you're doing it because somebody might give you a paycheck afterwards.
See, my thing is, okay, so people pay the money to go see, you know, these movies or pay for, you know, to hear your music. And so when they watch these awards, they're watching because they support you and they want to be entertained. It's an entertaining award show, right? Possibly.
I mean, think of it like,
so why do they have to use that?
Think about last night as, what's the owner of the Patriots name?
Starts with a K.
You know, that guy, okay? So let's call him Patriots owner.
Mr. K.
Right. Patriots owner. He gets up there and they give him the trophy last night and he says, we all know that it's been a rough couple years.
Yes.
And so take that. And he kind of shoves the trophy up in the air and says, you know, and now I'm going to give it to the guy who's had the hardest time. And, you know, I want all you fans out there that doubted us because of this stuff.
Right.
Boom, here you go. And he gives it to Tom Brady. Robert Kraft is his name. Thank you, intern. Yes, it is with a K. Yeah.
Okay.
So, you know, he took that opportunity to kind of throw in somebody's face that, you know, I don't care what you think, we just beat you, ha, ha, ha. And put it out there at an award ceremony.
Yes.
For people who get paid for entertainment. Right? Because Tom Brady gets paid to be, granted, it's an athlete.
Yes.
But he's getting paid for entertainment.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So it's the same thing. It's like when, you know, Greg Olson stands on the sideline and starts talking about Levine's Children's Hospital.
Right.
Is that the same thing? He's in a jersey.
He is.
And he's getting ready to play in a big game. And he's got the media standing in front of him with the microphone asking about how his day's been. And he's like, I got up this morning, went to Levine's Children's Hospital and spent some time with some kids that really need some help. You know what? We need, you know, to give them more time and money. So, you know, it's an organization that I support.
See, to
I'm
me,
very happy
I mean,
about
that's
it.
like, obviously, they're all going to be individual.
Yeah.
You know, and
everybody's is their own different thing, their cause.
As far as Mr. Kraft, singles, cheese.
With a K.
That's tacky.
Right.
He should know better. He knew better.
It was one of those,
maybe he woke up this morning, he was like, damn.
Yeah. But I think it was one of those, hey, you know what? I've got the attention of the whole world right now.
Yep.
And I'm going to just say, take that.
Yeah.
And it was short and sweet.
Yeah.
And then he handed it off to Tom Brady. And then Tom Brady used the word suckers, I think. I think he used it, not to people. I think he said, I'm bringing this sucker home.
Oh,
something like that.
Yeah,
You know, But I'm just thinking it was funny that somebody used the word sucker. Like, sucker.
Sucker. I wear Uggs.
Suckers, you see what shoes I'm wearing. It don't matter. I just won the Super Bowl.
My feet are sweating.
Yep. I'm going to Disneyland.
Yeah. I think there's one player is like, I'm not going to the White House. Like, don't go.
Fine. I mean, you know, it's
your right not to go.
I think obviously we can't hold somebody back for saying something in their 5 minutes of fame that they want to speak because it's their forum at that point. They've been given this time to get up there if they want to sit there and bitch and moan about something. But they also have to realize that they're a celebrity. They're going to have to pay the price afterwards.
Right.
If people aren't happy with them for saying something.
Okay.
That's why I guess I
see
feel
that
like
then.
if they choose to do it, then they're probably super passionate about that. They're kind of saying, I'm going to take one on the chin. I don't care.
Okay.
Because I feel that passionate about it.
That's another way to look at
I
it.
also wonder if there's like a syndrome that celebrities kind of feel like I'm getting paid to just be in movies.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want people to understand how passionate I am about something else.
Right.
That's why I kind of feel like Leonardo every once in a while is like, global warming, damn it. Like, I mean, he's like constantly in somebody's face about it. I am not just about Titanic, you know? So
I'm not Jack.
I am not Jack. So anyway, that's my thoughts on it.
Okay.
I just don't want to hear somebody get up there and start bitching and moaning if that's the first thing you've ever heard from them about something.
Right.
Like, come on. Don't just use that one time. Do it in your daily life. Do it when you're walking down the street and coming out of Starbucks.
Yes.
Wear a shirt that says Save the Whales, not just get up and say it. So whatever. Anyway. The Queen.
I know, 65th.
65th. That's the Jubilee. She's 90 years old. That woman, I'm pretty sure she's convinced she does not want Charles to take over. Because she's like, y'all going to have to pry this out of my cold, dead hands.
Maybe she believes in like cryogenics.
And I'm thinking she's kind of hoping she might outlive Charles. That's what she's hoping for.
Probably so.
Kind of hoping so too, actually.
Yeah.
Not that I've got any skin in the game, but still, I'm just not a huge fan of Charles. So
No, she seems, obviously read articles since her health scares and such.
at Christmas again,
Yes.
just like we had with ours.
Yes. And, she was 20?
When she took over.
Yeah. And it was just thrown. And she didn't even have time to like mourn her father.
Yep.
And she was
I've
engaged.
On Netflix.
Or just newlywed.
There's a show called The Crown.
What's Netflix?
Yeah, exactly. You're like, The Crown. That's where? The Crown's on Netflix, and it's a Netflix only series. And it basically starts like maybe the week before her dad dies.
Yeah. Oh, wow. And she's a strong woman.
Yep. So, I mean, she's been kicking this for a long time. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, we all know how I feel about the royal family. So, I am leaving.
Love the royal family.
Yeah, I know. I mean, how can we not? Every girl like knows there's like a prince and a princess out there for real life.
Like, for real.
And it's not here.
And they're like legit.
Yeah,
they're
not
good
here.
people.
They're not here.
They're
so
not
we don't
here.
get to experience it. So we get to watch from afar. Speaking of, I am leaving. This week.
Yes. When? Oh, we can't say
This
that.
week. This week, I'm leaving.
To go to Scotland.
Going to Scotland. Okay.
Yes.
So while I'm in Scotland, I'm going to St. Andrews University, which is where the William and Kate met.
No way.
Yes.
Awesome.
I'm going to stalk the room, apparently, where they were. I'm planning to just go there.
Can you bring me like a lighter or something that has like the royal lighter?
Yeah, sure.
Would that be cool?
Maybe something like that.
Okay.
Something a little trinket, if you will.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm sure they'll let
Add
you
it
on
to
a
my
plane
list.
into the suitcase.
Right. I'll toss it in the undergarments.
So Wes has to wear the kilt.
Yes, we're going for a wedding.
Right.
And yes, Wes has to wear a kilt.
So would it be funny, like, because he has to wear his panties underneath, and if he had like a pair of like kilt panties?
Well, he asked. He was kind of like, "Are there kilt bloomers? Like, I mean, is this like what you do? You know, the tradition. I mean, back in the day,
Yeah, you don't.
there's nothing,
God, can you
and I
imagine?
have forbid that.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, he's got to wear a kilt.
Find some boxers that
wedding.
have like little mini kilts on them.
I know, something like to go underneath it. He's gonna have to wear something. I mean, it's cold over there right now.
It's
February
cold.
and cold. We're gonna be in the Highlands, like up in near the Loch Ness.
Yes.
And so I am going to go see where the birthplace of Kate and William happened.
That's awesome.
And then we're going to be traveling up there. We're going to be wearing some kilts, drinking some whiskey, and
In a castle?
in a castle, yes, by the Loch Ness. And then, so I'm pretty stoked to see how that goes. So I will have to report on my findings.
Yes.
Maybe they have one of those like really techie tapestries that with like William and Kate's picture on it or something. Can bring home. I don't know.
They've got to have a bunch of stuff.
Oh, you know they're going to be like, it's going to be like all
They're
over
just
the
as
place.
tacky as we
I'm
are.
going to find some really trashy tourist shop and just,
Go to town.
I can't wait. Cannot wait.
Dang.
Yes. All right. You know what time it is? This or that. Here we go.
okay.
Lightning round. Stretch it out. You ready?
Yep. Let's go.
All right. Dog or cat? Ooh, I know that's hard. So
Cat.
really?
Oh my gosh. I love my cats.
I know you love cats, but you love dogs too.
I like dogs.
Oh.
And just don't even say where I work.
Please, I know. Phone call or text?
Text.
Me too. Toast or eggs?
Eggs.
I really like eggs in my toast. I get
It's just what
I
it has.
know. Damn it. I like eggs. Cardio or weights?
I don't like either, but I'll go with cardio.
Weights for me. Ice cream or snow cone?
Snow cone.
Ice cream.
I'm lactose intolerant.
Okay.
I get the GI upset.
Cake or pie?
Bag of Doritos.
Pie. Cake or pie?
Cake.
Pie for me. Big party or small gathering?
Small gathering.
Me too. Football or basketball?
Football. That's
Dumb
funny.
question.
Who put this together? The intern?
Me. Yes, I mean the intern. What's worse, laundry or dishes?
Dishes.
But is it like putting away the dishes or folding laundry or like running laundry? I'll run laundry all day long.
I can run laundry all day
hate
long. I hate folding, and for probably the past 4
putting it
years,
away.
Mark puts his away.
Yeah, well, my
And
husband forbid me to do his laundry. Did you?
Well,
know
yeah, I knew that. That's
he
like,
forbid me to do his laundry anymore because I don't fold it the right way, by the way. So, hey, ladies,
Go
just
on.
tweak up your folding skills a little
Mark
bit.
has
You won't
never
ever
said it.
have to do the laundry again. Just throwing that out there.
yeah, that's a good one.
Jogging or hiking?
I guess jogging. I've never gone hiking.
Me.
What? Well, nobody, I don't know. Mark's not a,
He's not really.
somebody
hiker,
needs
is
to ask us to go hiking.
he? Bath or shower?
Shower.
Me too.
I just feel cleaner.
Yeah. Yeah.
know?
Hamburgers or tacos?
Hamburgers.
Tacos. Couch or recliner?
Recliner. What? You got it all to
Depends on-
yourself.
It depends on what. Depends on which way it's turned. I mean, if it's turned like long ways like a recliner, I can just like stretch out and put my head down at one end. Yeah, I don't know. Passenger or driver?
Passenger.
Driver.
There's so many girls that just like, I've got to drive. I don't get it.
I don't. I'm just a better driver than my husband. Hands down.
Yeah.
And he'll be the first to tell you too. Blue or red?
Blue.
Pen or pencil?
Pencil.
Yes. Toilet paper, over or under?
Oh, definitely over.
Absolutely.
Who does it under? I'll go
The
somewhere
intern,
and
probably.
if it's
Do you do it? No.
yeah, yeah, I'll go and if it's I'll change it.
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
does
I know,
that?
me too. I totally change it in people's houses
Me
too.
too. Yeah.
Cups in the cupboard, right side up or upside down?
Right side up.
Me too. You know what? I've always wondered why people put it down, facing down.
I don't get it.
Because then your rim's touching.
That's what I think.
Stuff,
but then
right?
people are like, "Well, dust," and I'm like, "What?"
That's
But
no.
if
That's
you're
then
using,
but you're already touching something that you're going to be putting
Yeah,
your mouth to. No.
that's an interesting question.
Right. Thanks. Pancakes or waffles?
Waffles.
Pancakes. Iced coffee or hot coffee?
Neither.
No, you have to pick.
No, I don't drink coffee.
Iced or hot? Would you prefer iced or hot of any drink? Intern says iced, so
That's
you're going to
fine.
go with it.
I'm
Okay,
going with
he's
him.
taking the intern.
I haven't had. You know what? I haven't had caffeine in 20 years. January 9th marked 20 years.
I'll be damned. Look at you. Look, but she drinks lots of beer, so there's.
I drink
fizzies.
lots of beer,
There's fizzy in there somewhere.
and then I drink a lot
And
of.
she drinks lots of Powerades. Meats or vegetables?
Oh, I love meat.
Yeah,
But I love vegetables too.
I know.
Love broccoli.
Really depends on what the vegetable is, though. I think.
True. Chewed up.
Yeah, I do love both. Though.
What's up with that chick though? That's like, cash me outside. Have you been hearing that?
Where did that come from? Vegetables
Dr.
and meat.
Phil. Oh, sorry. Okay, anyway, I'm back. Cash me outside.
That's horrible. You know, that girl is 13 years old and she steals cars and she is like really, really bad.
She's a bad girl.
She's a really, really bad girl.
And she's now making a lot of money.
There's a girl on Dr. Phil. She went on there for a reason. You only go on Dr. Phil.
She stole a car while she was there from like Dr. Phil parking lot.
Because she called all the people in the audience hoes. She said all them hoes over there. She said that. God, and then the Dr. Phil said something, and she was like, "What? Y'all don't think so? Y'all cash me outside then?" And he was like, "I'm sorry, do what?" And he said, "Did you just say catch me outside?" And her mom was like, "Catch me outside means you can go outside and like meet her for a fight if you want to." So now she's like meme city. She's and then somebody like asked her, Dr. Phil asked her, because she said, "I ain't done nothing like this," or whatever. And he said, "Did you finish the 4th grade?" And she's like, "Yeah. I mean, I went all through 7th." And so, she's just a
mean
bad kid.
girl.
And she's got nails for days.
Oh, really?
Oh, so annoying. I can't even watch people with really, really long nails like that.
I just think of all the stuff underneath.
It really bothers me.
Yeah.
I can't stand it. I keep mine so short that it's just, I can't.
I've got to. I might
things.
like get dog poop and stuff.
Oh, yeah. So cash me outside is what is like the new phrase.
Okay. I love vegetables.
I do too. I like meat too, though. But, all right, and the famous one?
Yes.
William or Harry?
William.
Really?
He's so stable. I love stability.
I love Harry because he's not.
I love stability.
I mean, Harry's got a girlfriend right now. I don't really like talking about it, but...
Oh, it's kind of weird.
And she's American. And she's on a TV show.
I know.
I just don't think that's really cool, Harry. Not that I want you marrying Chelsea Davy, but that's another subject for another day. All right, so that's all I got.
All right, I'm good with that.
You cash me outside.
You cash me outside.
All right, so everybody listening should know by now who we are and where to find us because you are listening to us now. Thank you for subscribing. But we are Chick Chat on themesh.tv. You can find us on Facebook, on Instagram. We've got an email. You can email us at info@themesh.tv. Leave us a voicemail at 828-619-0048. And we'll play it on the air if it's really nice. And I'll read the reviews online if they're really nice. And if they're not, like a certain gentleman that referred to us as the Real Housewives of Walmart.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Then, you know what? Not going to read your tweet, buddy. So it's fine. You cash me outside. So anyway, thanks everybody for listening. And stay tuned for more after my trip to the old Scotland, where I can stalk some royalty somewhere along the line. And we'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.
Bye.
You've been listening to The Mesh, an online media network of shows and programs ranging from business to arts, sports to entertainment, music to community. All programs are available on the website as well as through iTunes and YouTube. Check us out online at themesh.tv. Discover other network shows and give us feedback on what you just heard.